Court. Lisa Brady, Fox News. The justices declining to block a federal regulation aimed at limiting pollution from coal-fired power plants while the legal fight plays out. More than 20 states, mostly Republican-led, have challenged that rule along with industry groups, accusing the EPA of overstepping its authority and imposing standards impossible to meet. The rule requires many coal-fired plants to capture 90% of their carbon emissions or shut down within 8 years. Former President Trump pledging to reduce high prices, boost border security, and support IVF at a Fox News all-women town hall.
We really are the party for IVF. We want fertilization, and it's all the way.
But Vice President Harris telling reporters,
let's not be distracted by his choice of words. The reality is his actions have been very harmful to women and families in America on this issue.
She's now in Pennsylvania holding an event with Republicans supporting her before her first Fox News interview airs 2 hours from now on Special Report with Bret Baier. Consumers stuck with subscriptions they don't want are about to get some help from the Federal Trade Commission, now mandating that businesses adopt a click-to-cancel rule.
It means they must have a customer's permission before locking them into subscriptions, free trials, and automatic renewals. Consumers told the commission it's easy to get services but hard to end them when the rule was proposed last year. FTC Chair Lena Khan called the measure overdue.
Fox's Ronald Scott. Under the new FTC rule, customers who subscribe to something in person can end the deal online, and those who signed up using an app no longer need to contact a live person to cancel. Stocks finish higher. The Dow with a new record close, up 337 points to 43,077. America is listening to Fox News.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
2 U.S. service members are missing after the crash of a U.S. Navy jet in Washington State.
The U.S. Navy says the Boeing EA-18G Growler aircraft went down east of Mount Rainier Tuesday afternoon during a routine training flight from Naval Air Station Whidbey Island. Multiple search and rescue teams are looking for the 2 crew members who were on board. Officials explain the cause is under investigation, noting it's unclear if the 2 were able to eject before the crash, and revealing the squadron had recently returned to the region from a deployment.
Fox's Christine Goodwin. Presidents Biden, Clinton, and Obama all paying tribute to Ethel Kennedy, the widow of Robert F. Kennedy, at a memorial service in Washington, being remembered for the long life she lived after her husband's assassination, raising their 11 children.
The U.S.
She was a big dose in a small package.
Former President Obama praising her advocacy on many issues.
From juvenile justice to civil rights to environmental protection. Well into her 80s, she's still out there marching for something.
Ethel Kennedy died last week at 96. A replica of Anne Frank's hiding place is being built to go on display in New York City.
The real annex is at the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam, a full-scale replica of the secret rooms where she and her family hid from the Nazis from July 1942 until their discovery in 1944. It's being built in the Netherlands to be shipped across the Atlantic for an exhibition at the Center for Jewish History in Manhattan. It opens January 27th, International Holocaust Remembrance Day. Anne Frank and her sister died of typhus in a concentration camp in 1945 when she was 15 years old. Her father was the only survivor of the 8 people hidden in those rooms. He published what came to be her famous diary after the war. It will not be on display in New York. It stays behind at the museum in Amsterdam. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Recapping stocks, the Dow finishes up 337 points, a new record. The S&P and the NASDAQ also in the green. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for you. 6 Illinois, Champaign and vicinity. As expected, the November feel into position, but more in the way of sunshine expected for the day today. No mention of rain, and certainly a frost scraping episode off the windshield for this morning. You bet, and even a widespread and more significantly colder start to the day tomorrow before steadfast warming gets going Friday afternoon, takes us into the weekend and the better part of next week, too. So mostly sunny, chilly for the day today. Areas off east of Champaign through western Indiana, for example, may see more cloud cover and perhaps a stray shower there, but nothing here. 59, the high light northwest wind. Clear, calm, cold tonight. A widespread frost and freeze late, low down to about 31. Low cold spots to about 28 for the day tomorrow. Widespread frost and a freeze early in the morning, then sunny, mild in the afternoon up to 63. Sunny, milder for Friday afternoon at 68 up to 72 at kickoff time. Bit of a south breeze and sunshine for football Saturday, Memorial Stadium. 74 the forecast high for Sunday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Hey, what's up? It's the Drive with Sam Piper, ESPN Radio 93.5. Derek Piper, Kyle Tosk with you today. I want to talk a bunch of college basketball, Kyle, because last night I flipped over to ESPNU. Dane Danger, former Illini, was on my screen.
I heard that he was playing UNC, right?
Yeah.
In the scrimmage.
I'd kind of forgotten. Someone had to text me last night and be like, oh, yeah, Memphis and UNC. And all is right or the same with the world, and college basketball is back.
All it takes is a Dane Danger missed free throw to signify.
Exactly.
College hoops is back. Yeah, I should. I'm going to have to start. I've got that basketball itch so badly that I'm going to have to start diving into some scrimmage action now to really kind of, obviously Illinois in a week and a half now. We'll actually get to see them play a real game on TV. I can't wait for that.
SEC Network, less than 2 weeks away. That's October 27th, a Sunday down there in Oxford. So less than 2 weeks until you see them in action for the first time there in their exhibition game. Less than 3 weeks from the season opener against Eastern Illinois. And we will have a winner or winners of our starting lineup contest. A share of $3,000 if you nail the starting lineup. I don't have any breaking news as far as what that looks like. Brad Underwood had to roll out a 5 there against Butler on Sunday. I was able to hear a little bit more on what that looked like there at the State Farm Center against Thad Matta's Butler Bulldogs. Tomislav Visic, we said this late last week, was not participating as they still await his status with the NCAA. But a lot of others in action for Illinois, obviously. Will Riley, the leading scorer, I've been told, in that one. 19 points for the Illini. Sounds like Kasparas Yakachonis had 7 or 8 assists, on the ball a lot of action run through him. Kylan played well from what I had heard. Trey White, Benham Reckhouse, double-digit scores. So let's do this right now, Kyle. I don't know that we're going to change from our positions. I've ended up swaying a little bit, flip-flopping on my starting lineup. As of right now, I wouldn't feel super confident in stating my claim as this will be the starting lineup come November 4th against Eastern Illinois. I think there are probably 2 likely scenarios, although there are more actually because of Tomislav's status. The fact that it could be Merez Johnson in his place if Avicic is not cleared. So that really throws a wrinkle in there. So I wonder, I'm not going to ask you to do on the fly, how many lineups are legitimately in the mix here at this point in time. But if Tomislav is cleared, I would expect him to be the starting 5-man for the Illini. And I think a lot of people going back to the summer assume that. Someone that turned 21 years old in August and has the 3-point shooting ability, that the spaces the floor, and obviously 7'1" size around the rim.
Let me just ask a quick hypothetical on that.
Okay.
So Tomislav's been able to practice in every team organized activity other than a scrimmage against other teams, right?
Correct.
Would there be any chance, if he's not eligible for that Ole Miss game, and then gets cleared the week before. And so he didn't play in those first 2 exhibitions. Is there any chance that even an eligible Ivicic, maybe just for like the start of the year, could back up Mrez, at least just kind of a, courtesy to not having played in those 2 exhibitions?
Yeah, it's a fair question. I don't have the right answer. Clearly, Brad Underwood is the guy that's going to have the final call on all this, and I think he will probably wait till the last stretch of time to make that final decision on who his starting 5 is. Of course, he'll tell everybody in the media he doesn't care who starts. It's all about who finishes games, what the rotations look like, and I do think that there certainly is something to be said for that. We are all clinging to the starting 5. I think Tomislav will ultimately be your primary option at the 5 if he does get cleared in time. And I think Mrez is still going to play. We've discussed this plenty in recent months, that he's somebody that's really impressed, has been maybe further along than expected